Retirement is 5 years away. What should I be doing and what do I need to know? Hi, I'm Dave Lopez, founder and managing member of ILG Financial.
And I'm Chase Lopez, financial advisor at ILG Financial. And today is another episode in our video series of Retire Your Way with ILG Financial, where we talk all things retirement planning. Now, Dave, before we dive in, just want to let the audience know, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down below so you can get alerts for all of our future videos in the future.
Very good. So let's get right to it. We're talking about preparing for retirement. When you hit about the 5-year mark, we're about 5 years out for retirement, many people don't realize, but right then, if not earlier, you should already be starting to make preliminary plans to prepare for your new life in retirement because there's drastic changes coming, wouldn't you say, Chase?
Oh yeah.
Financial plans, lifestyle change, and you don't want to just work right up until the day of retirement, put your notice in, get your gold watch, and then everything changes and you haven't thought about it. So today, we're going to help you think about it.
Yeah, so we're going to walk through each of the 5 years before retirement, what you should be thinking about in each of those different years so that you're not caught off guard when you hit that retirement age. So 5 years out from retirement, that's what we'll start here today, Dave. Really what you want to know is get a real clear picture as to what your financial future is going to look like. So we want to look at, hey, my Social Security statement. What is my Social Security going to look like? Am I going to have any pensions as a result of any of my jobs? How is that going to affect the age that I retire? Also, we want to be as clear as we can as to what are the expenses going to be in retirement, because that'll really guide you as to how you want to either invest or what you want to do with your savings as you hit that retirement age. Now, one of the things that we always impress upon people is this 5-year window, this 5 years out from retirement, you really want to start getting together with a fiduciary investment advisory firm, which we are, right? You want to make sure you get together with them, especially one that specializes in retirement, because there are some things that you're just not aware of that could be pitfalls as you enter, this retirement age.
Yeah, and you want someone who's done this before.
That's exactly right.
They over and over have already gone through this process, so you're not missing a key piece of information that could cost you money down the road.
That's exactly right.
Start with starting to get an inventory of your assets, whether it's pensions, Social Security checks, all those things. How much is going to be coming in? How much am I going to need to be pulling from 401k, savings, IRAs? Do I have enough saved? That all starts with getting a good idea of what your budget's going to be in retirement. So you want to start there.
That's exactly right. And as we approach retirement, there may be some tax planning strategies that we may be able to implement as you approach retirement. So that's another thing you just want to kind of be cognizant of as you get closer.
Yep.
So that was 5 years from retirement.
Yeah, so the next one, 4 years. Now we're a year closer. You've already started some preliminary stuff.
Yep.
Now what we want to do is start to zone in and start to get some ideas of what you want this retirement to look like, where you kind of want to live. Do you want to stay in this house for the rest of your life?
Right.
Where are the grandkids going to live and the kids are going to live? Do you want to be by them or do you just want to travel to see them? Do you want to stay where you are because you love the area, or do you want to go to another part of the country, or a different climate, or another part of the world? Right? We've got clients that live abroad, right? We've got clients that have moved. We've got clients that were in very hectic areas, wanted the relaxation. They moved to very quiet areas, and would you believe it? Moved back because they just couldn't. It was too quiet for them.
That's right.
Right. So you want to start to put a picture together of what you want. If you're married, you want to start having these conversations together and see if you're on the same page. One of you may want to live in the mountains. One of you may want to live by the grandkids. Now's the time to start thinking those things through. One of the things we encourage folks, if you want to do a drastic lifestyle change, like an RV, right? Or like living abroad, or even in the country, but a different area.
That's right.
It is not uncommon that people do that. When they get there, it's not what they thought. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. And then they bought a house, sold their house, and then they come back. They can't get their old house back. There's a lot of costs. You know a way around that? Consider going someplace. and renting for 6 months,
Yeah.
or an Airbnb for 6 months. It's a great vacation. You'll get a great feel for if that area is for you. And then you can come back to your old house or sell. You can even Airbnb yours out on the way out if you wanted to.
Yeah, and one thing to take into consideration, whether you stay where you're at now or you move somewhere else, wherever you're living, you want to make sure, hey, if for God forbid we were to need long-term care, right? Some sort of assisted living or long-term care, what the cost is going to be for that, right? And once we know what the cost is, now you can build that into your plan to know, hey, how am I going to start paying for these things?
This is, if you're doing a checklist today, add that to your checklist. This is the first time you should start to get a feel for what that risk is. And again, talk to a fiduciary advisor. They can give you all the data of the risk, how likely it is to happen, the costs, what you expect them to be, and then start building out a plan of where's that money going to come from. Right. So there's a lot of ways to skin that cat. Right. You can self-fund it yourself. If you've got $400,000 or $500,000, you definitely want to look into a solution, because you can do everything right, and then one of you or your spouse can go into a long-term care facility and suck that $500,000 can go in 3 or 4 years. And now you pass, and your wife's left with nothing. Right. So you need a solution to that. Get with a fiduciary, have them walk through the options with you, and you can start to build a plan. Because if you need some type of alternative long-term care insurance, there's a couple ways to do that. It's a great time to do it before you retire.
Boy, that's a great point, Dave, because I think a lot of people get a little bit of sticker shock when they see those numbers. So you want to make sure you're prepared for that prior to needing some care like that.
You are, right? And you need to know there's a lot of different ways to do it.
That's right.
Right. If you don't like traditional long-term care, there's other solutions that can guarantee that you're going to get something for your money. If you don't need the long-term care, for example, then the benefit you would have gotten still goes to your heirs.
Oh yeah, that sounds
great. Much more
that
palatable, right? That's called asset-based long-term care, and most folks have never heard of it.
That's right.
But time to start looking at that. Add that to the checklist for 4 years out. Okay, Chase, that's year 4. We said we're going to do 5 years up to retirement. We covered years 5 and years 4. It's getting a little lengthy. We're going to do years 3, 2, and 1 in a follow-up video. So keep your eye out for that video.
That's right. Hit like and subscribe down below so you can get the alert for that video. And we'll talk to you soon.
See you soon.